Hello and welcome to Canutillo Combos, the official Canutillo ISD podcast. I'm Gustavo Reveles, the Director of Communications for the school district. With us is our fearless leader, Dr. Pedro Galaviz.
Fearful.
He's fearful right now because he's in a room full of young men that can...
I am young man, higher levels than me.
Yes.
Probably not going to the restroom every 5 minutes. Don't have a 58-year-old bladder. Yeah.
And of course we have Laura Lupia at the controls. And Doc, we're in a room full of very, very smart people, including...
I'm small.
Well,
I'm small. I'm probably the smallest one in here.
Very smart people, that's what I meant to say, including Mr. Hector Acosta, who is a teacher at Canutillo High School. Mr. Acosta, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing Reveles.
Mr. Acosta, and I know we were talking about ice before the broadcast, but what did you say? That you were for 14 years?
For 14 years, I lived in LA legally.
Did you?
Now everybody knows.
Oh, you're gonna have to call.
You just uncovered his secret over here, but Mr. Acosta is a robotics teacher at
Mr. Acosta has a place in my heart because he taught my daughter, who now is a mechanical engineer, and she always referenced you, Mr. Acosta, for not only your teachings but your consejos.
So Olivia graduated?
Yeah, she graduated
UT Austin, right?
UT Austin, but she, a lot of what I remember when she was a couple courses at UT, and she goes, "Oh, I know this. Mr. Acosta taught me this.
Yeah.
Oh, I know this, Mr. Acosta. We did this in Canutillo." And so again, I'm grateful to you. My family's grateful to you, and I know you're retiring this year.
Yeah, I'm out this year. I need to do different things, maybe travel for a while.
Good for
Are you
you.
on a bike?
No, not a bike. I'm taking it. My knees hurt, so I'm going to go on a minivan this time.
Okay.
I'm trying the minivan life.
Minivan? Wow. I love minivans.
So the reason I brought a bike is back my first stint here in Canutillo about 10 years ago. We did a media event because Mr. Acosta did a bike run. He biked from El Paso all the way to Santa Monica,
California.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Do you believe it?
There's
You believe it? You're a student.
He always mentions it.
Did you have proof?
He's showing us photos of his bike ride journey.
Did he? What do you know? Did you get a video or?
Yeah. There's video. Believe me, there's stuff.
No, but you can put yourself. If I did the
AI.
Yeah, the Tour de France. Put my head on it.
This was way before AI.
Did you really? How long did that take?
I did it twice. So the first year, it took me 9 days. The second year, I had a better bike and I was in better shape. So it took me 6 days.
How did you? First of all, not why.
So
Because I'm thinking from here to California, I'm thinking, okay, Tucson. I mean, even there's nothing out there, right? From here, it's first of all, why? I don't mean to change the subject, but
that was the first year the STAR test came about. And at the time we had Austin Campbell and Carlo Amato, and we would have lunch together, and it was the unofficial PLCs. That's what we would discuss. Students, how we would help them and stuff such. And they say, you know what, this is a new test. Let's encourage them somehow. So we start working. I say, you know what, I'll do a bike ride if these guys commit to really put the time into the test, and then they will pass. And what they did a pledge, and they posted on the wall. At the time, we had a math hall. It was a H hall. It was just math, and they posted. They made a big ribbon with butcher paper, and then they put every student's little paper where it says, I pledge to study for the test. And so we did it in kilometers.
Well, let me clarify. A bike where you pedal.
Yeah.
Not a bike where motorcycle.
I'll tell you how one of our teachers says it's not a vroom vroom but a ring ring. And that was Monica.
That is crazy.
Reyes. Dr. Reyes told her dad about this, the activity, and in fact he came to our school.
Yeah.
Congressman Reyes.
So we got great coverage that time. I remember you were in several channels and newspapers, the whole thing.
I've been here for 13 years, and I've never seen you on a bike, even on a bike from here to the high school.
I have my to the high school.
No, it's
But-
awesome.
But anyway, the reason we're here today
Okay.
is to celebrate these three, not just these three young men, but celebrate, what is it, eight young students from Canutillo High School that are part of the robotics program and robotics teams that just qualified to the world competition in Dallas this spring, right?
May 6th through the 8th.
So we're gonna let them introduce themselves and give us your name and your grade at Canutillo High School.
So, my name is Jalen Legal, and I'm a senior at Canutillo High School.
Class of 25.
Sir.
I'm Reveles, and I'm also a senior at Canutillo.
25.
I am John Martinez. I'm also a senior at Canutillo High School. The students that were able to be with us is Evan Romero, Victoria, or Lauren Orantia, also a senior of ours, and
Raquel Ramirez and Olivia Concha.
Ah.
So 4 young ladies and 4
So
young men.
you all were on the news this morning, correct?
yes, that is correct.
So about what? What do you guys...
Tell us about what you've done so far and where you're going.
So, what we've done so far is we've competed at Texas Region 1 regionals recently, and we managed to take home one of the championships. And that qualified us to make to the Worlds for one of our teams. But at the same time, we also completed a high level of skills, a different similar competition.
Wait. What does that have to do with English 1 and English 2, EOC, and of course exams?
So, of course,
What does that have to do
English
with
is
it?
a very vital
What does that have to do with it?
subject.
Why are we doing robotics? Mr. Acosta,
Mr.
why are we doing robotics in a high school, which is a skill we need today, collaboration? How come they're not taking this individual test called STAR and EOC?
He's joking.
I'm joking because I think our high schools are so antiquated, and we need more programs and more of visionaries like Mr. Acosta, because you guys connect with that. You probably connect more with robotics and working together and solving, like you said, the skills. What kind of skills did you all hire? Skills?
It's driver skills. So you're not competing against anybody. It's just you on the field, and you're just trying to score as many points as possible.
How big is the field?
It's a 12 by 12 field. So we can barely fit one in our classroom. But as they mentioned, we have 2 different games. You have the regular VEX high stakes and the skills high stakes. Team 3269B qualified through VEX high stakes skills, while Team 3269A qualified by winning the regionals tournament.
So they just go through like a maze, or go through? Is it kind of like I see them at Reyes at the elementary? They have to go zigzag and
It's
No?
It's different.
That's
It's a similar concepts. Don't get me wrong, but it's a different.
no. You
field.
can say I'm wrong. I mean,
No, yeah, it's
very
pretty
basic.
similar, but it's also very, very different because the objective is to score points. You put a ring on essentially it's just a stick.
so
So
I'm gonna switch the topic totally. Not totally. Connecting the robotics.
yes,
You know, we're building 2 middle schools. One is CMS, and I wish Mr. Judge was here. He was just here. Please make a note. What I want you all to do is your team is to look at, because they're known for, they have a robotics team. They're STEAM, science, technology, engineering, and math. But we're going to do robotics and art. I'm sorry, and art. and art. I would like you all to speak with the architect and see how they're designing the robotics part. Because it's from your perspective. It's not from some guy who's 58 years old with this small bladder that has to go to the restroom every 5, that was graduated in 1984. I have no idea. But I think that would be great if you guys looked at the design of Steve. And I know part of the bond we're looking at, it's the robotics, right? It's your classroom that we're looking at to redo?
Yes, part of the upgrades at the high
the
school.
800,000?
classrooms, including
Robotics, that you guys look at the design, and does it meet today how you would want, from middle school, how a robotics lab should look?
have you ever been to Hanks High School? So they've got
So they've got a place that's similar to the rotundas at our high school, but it's completely dedicated to robotics.
Really?
So it's
It's a glass.
yeah, it's a glass circle. It's amazing.
Is it?
Yeah, they've got a
Should go.
Yeah. Field trip to Hanks.
yeah. So it's similar to the rotunda, but they've got like an inner glass circle, and then inside of that is their shop. So they've got like rows of desks, and then they have a computer dedicated to that. And I think that's for one team, because Hanks, they have like 5 teams, and we have only 2.
Okay.
So they've got 5 teams, and they're able to do all of that because they have that huge shop, right? So they can do things like they can do a lot of things in that shop. Well, right now we're restricted to a corner in a classroom.
It's a classroom.
Yeah.
It's a classroom. Traditional classroom.
And you know what, Doug? When we were out talking about the bond, even before they called the bond, we were talking about investment into CKA. This robotics classroom came up a lot because these are students that are obviously performing at high levels, but they're doing it in facilities that are antiquated. And that's not just them. Our health sciences are in small rooms as well that were designed to do math. I mean, designed to do English, for example, right?
They're designed for 1980.
For 1980.
What year did you graduate high school?
82.
82. You're 82? I'm 84.
So
Viejito.
So these kids are proving that they can persevere. But imagine how they could perform if they had the right tools, if they had the right
learning environment. Environment. That'd be kind of cool. So I'll go to Hanks, but I really like you helped me with the architects to look at it, and now we can send the architects over to Hanks to get an idea on what it should look like. But I mean, as long as it has your blessings. So what's next? You compete at World. Who's the team to beat?
At Worlds is the highest level of X robotics. There is 800 teams that go there
Across the state?
across the world. That's
why it's called World.
Yeah, that's why it's called Worlds. You run against the best in every country.
Shut up.
You're going against there's Guatemala, South America, different teams. Puerto Rico's there, Germany, lots of teams from China. There's a team in Colorado who's probably the best in the world right now.
Really?
Yeah.
There's some in Texas that are very good. California has many great teams, and of course Canutillo's holding. We hold on.
That's awesome.
So we go against everybody. Japan is there. Everybody, it's there. There's 800 teams. So some countries have multiple.
So how do you prepare? Like how do you like what's your dun 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 dun? I mean, how do you mentally prepare for this kata? So this tournament. Is it a tournament?
Yes, it's a tournament.
Tournament. How do you prepare for it?
So have you ever seen the movie Whiplash?
I have. Yeah.
What's Reveles?
It's a movie about a drummer,
Uh-huh.
and he has a teacher who is hard on that drummer.
I'm not like that, all right?
Mr. Acosta.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So in that movie, like he said, so there's a drummer. He's trying to be the best ever. He's trying to be the best drummer ever. And his teacher, he's really hard on him. Like, most would say abusive because in one of the seats, he's working really hard trying to get a sheet music, and in that time his hands start bleeding. So Mr. Acosta, like when we're doing skills, like one time we did like 30 skills practice matches in a day, and the robots would like lose their screws, or they would just
Falling apart.
working them hard, so they would fall apart. And Acosta says they're bleeding just like in the movie. So,
All right, good. That's the way I wanted to start.
It's the robots.
It's the robots.
Yeah.
That's what we've named our teams after: Whiplash and Caravan.
Oh, okay, cool.
They're the two sheets of the main sheets of music that are put in
the movie. Okay.
No, because I've heard Mr. Acosta even from students that he doesn't have, because I heard his consejos, his advice to kids, and he's very real.
Yeah.
He's very down to earth. He's gonna tell you how life is. He's gonna tell you, that life isn't free. I mean, to be at this level, it's a lot of work, time and effort.
It takes us around 8 hours a day just dedicated to robotics alone to catch up to where we are right now. And for warrants, we're gonna work even harder, even longer to build new bots to be even better.
And let me tell you one thing, okay? That's not all they do. John, Texas A&M, your rival. But Jalen, both of them have been accepted to the School of Engineering. Guess where he's going?
Cocco School of Engineering.
Are you? Woo!
So
Go
he's,
Horns!
so he's going to,
Welcome.
those are, although
Yeah, these are world class.
you are long force, but you have to admit that Texas A&M is top notch in Texas and in the world.
Junior college. It's an online university.
Okay, so Jalen is not just doing this; he's also number 2 in his class.
Awesome. That's great. So you're going to A&M?
Yes.
That's it. And where are you going to go?
I don't really know.
That's, you know what? That's okay though. I still don't know where I want to go. I still don't know what I want to do in life. And that's what life's about. And sometimes we get you, like, you have to tell me where you want to, and you may go there and you may not, and you may love it.
Where's Lauren going?
You want to do every riddle? Every did North Florida.
Awesome.
So they're not,
Well, if you need any
what
help at
people think
UT,
Canutillo is.
yeah. What kind of engineering?
Aerospace.
Aerospace. Oh, okay. I was reading. I'm gonna bring you an article because right now UT's leading the country in energy, like hydrocarbon, nuclear. There's a lot of opportunities that the world is going to be investing in that university.
Yeah.
So, that's cool. Yeah, I worked for NASA.
We'll see.
No, I worked for NASA.
Oh, you work for
I was a chemist for NASA.
Oh, that's cool.
I was a polymer chemist. And I came into this because when I was out there at the university, it was all either you're black or brown, cutting the grass or emptying the trash cans. And as Mr. Acosta, my family, I'm the youngest. And so I did one of the professors left, organic chemistry professor, Dr. Blanda. And he goes, hey, do you want to teach my class? And yeah, I'll teach it. And I realized, and I never understood it, why is the predominant, in that classroom, they're predominantly Anglo, which is okay, it's great. But we're in Texas. Why aren't there more brown kids, Mexicanos, Latinos, women in that organic chemistry class? It's just, to me, it wasn't right. And then that's why I came into education, because I realized I did research and there wasn't a lot of people pushing for us. Like women are, like my daughter Olivia just graduated from UT, mechanical engineering. She was a minority, even amongst all these different, there's a lack of women that are in the engineering. So, but I think what you guys are doing is great. And any help you need, I mean, we have, ¿cómo se llama we got Dr. Ariano's son, is an electrical engineer out there at A&M. I think,
he was my student.
yeah, Carolina Ortega, the trustee, her daughter is an engineer.
At A&M.
Just graduated at engineering from A&M. So any help, and wherever you go, we're here to help you. Because again, it's about networking.
Mr. Acosta, I know you're mentioning needing some help in getting to Worlds, right? Are you guys doing fundraising? What do you guys?
We're doing some fundraising, right, guys?
Yeah.
But we're still looking. I mean, it looks like we're driving, but we'd rather fly. Get there, get rested. Otherwise, it's gonna be a 10-hour.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Cook, give me what y'all need and costs, and then we have sponsors. We had Rico Tejeda, who's in charge of all the hospitals of Providence from here. He's, I mean, people are always wanting to help. Always want to support, especially support our own. Yeah, and support, Canutillo, support that. So maybe we can reach out to some.
And if anyone listening wants to sponsor them as well, please let us know. We're always looking.
But get it to me, if you get it to me by, I don't know your schedules, but if you get to me by Friday.
Yeah.
So we can put it out to who. Master Menace, how much do you need?
This guy's my
Your
rank, my accountant.
So right now, I would say around $5,000.
5,000 get you there. Yeah. Flights and hotel.
Yeah.
Additional to what we're getting already.
Yeah, additional to, so
Do that.
additional
Like,
5.
Okay. All right. So we'll get us that figure, and we'll start making phone calls, and hopefully we can.
These guys are also doing, local fundraising, just to buy a nice, attire.
Yeah,
Grocery,
represent.
Oh, yeah, we got to represent. Because I don't know if you know this, but Canutillo is one of the few schools in the country that are sending 2 teams to this competition, right? And in El Paso, only another school is sending more than 1.
Horizon, right?
Horizon.
So we're
Damn the
close.
Thanks. Only
They've got
one
weird teams.
Yeah, what team?
Yeah.
They didn't place.
high enough.
They got
Our kids came through.
But it goes back to, when you think about it, yeah, they have the facilities, which is great if you have the learning environment. But it's about your heart. It's about, like, you guys could probably compete in this room, this conference room. If you had to, you would make it do.
That is something that it's not just Canutillo, but the Latino community, where we'll make things happen with whatever, because they learn that at home. They learn that, no matter what, they still gotta get the job done. John comes, his grandparents, they go to every event, and he learned how to handle tools, how to work with tools from grandpa. And that, because I asked him, did your dad teach you this? No, actually my grandfather. Same thing with Jalen, I even met his grandpa, and they're from Juarez, and they know how to work tools, they know how to do things with whatever you get. They don't need all the right tools all the time. Now, it's nice to have them because it makes things easier and faster, but our students...
Wait, what does that have to do with English 1 and English 2 to C?
A lot. Communication is key.
It is. Working each.
And these guys, actually, that's a good question, because I have been telling these guys, engineers, they focus on technical stuff, on problem solving, but if you can communicate, you have, and you mentioned, being in a classroom with just envelopes, they communicate better than us, and I learned this through my daughter. She also went to UT.
Oh yeah, Romelia.
Romelia went to UT, and she says, Dad,
Gorge.
I don't speak English. I said, yes, you do. She says, not the way they do. So yes, we need to focus on those as
Well,
well.
the thing is you walk in a room, right? People are gonna have, either you're gonna prove them right or prove them wrong. It's your call. And I can relate with Mr. Acosta, because he does come from poverty, and he's worked his butt off to get to where he's at today, and raised a beautiful family and done great things as a career, as a teacher, and but it's all in you, because people know your heart, and they know time and effort. Like, you're making world, you've earned that. Nobody can take that away from you. I go do something about it. And my oldest brother, and I remember when he was in law school, and he goes, hey, Pedro, if they do 5 push-ups, you do 15 push-ups. If they read 5 books, you read 20 books. Because of being, migrant, you always got to do more. And you never want to give anybody to question you on why you're here. And I think that's why it's important what Mr. Reveles, Gustavo, was saying, is that represent. And that's through the way you, hey, Sarah, Senor, como está, like your grandparents, your parents taught you. Remember your culture. Remember, being humble, wishing everybody good luck. And then when you're on the mat or when you're on the field, then I can't cuss on this there, but when we get off, I'll cuss. But, then you go. That was competition. Let's go. Ain't no brown, ain't no white, ain't no, Japan or China or whatever. It's all, let's do it right here. Now let's go.
Yeah, everybody who's going to be there earned the right to be there. So just, do your best. I mean, and I do tell you guys, and I tell the athletes, it's okay if you don't come out winners, but let them beat you. They have to beat you at it. You don't give them the game. You don't hand it to them. You better have them walk out off the field or the math competition or whatever, stressing out because you put them to work. Don't, you guys are as good as anybody else out there.
Right now, all the world is competing too. And nothing in life is free. Go get it. The more time, the more effort, the more focused you are. And communication and criticizing and knowing that when he criticizes you, you criticize him and you criticize Mr. It's all for love. It's all about being better. And I think that's the hardest thing is taking that criticism. And, hey, we're a team. Let's go. Let's go. Next time, let's go. Right? Like Whiplash. Yeah. You're lucky I wasn't your teacher. Your hands would be bleeding. Your hands would be bleeding.
You watch the bots?
Huh?
It's the bots that bleed instead.
Is the pod? No.
The bots.
Yeah.
No, you guys are awesome.
But these guys stress out. I see them. I watch them.
But you should. You should stress out.
You should see them
It's
at 7.
competition.
Competition.
Yeah, you should stress. You should not sleep. Okay, what do we do better? You're thinking that all the time. If you weren't, you wouldn't be in this chair right now. You'd be sitting at home. And you wouldn't be at UT or A&M, and you'd probably go out to another awesome school and do great things. That's what I tell my daughter. Little smart people, you engineers, get together because everybody wants things better, right? Everything, I was just looking at the cell phone. Look at Elon Musk, the electric car. He went and said, I want a car that's electric. You know how many people probably told him, no, that's not going to happen. Gas.
A lot of people.
A lot of people don't know. The cell phone, and that's your generation, is to come together, and it's what you do with that degree. And how do you make the world a better place? But I wish you all the best. Mr. Acosta, I love you. From the bottom of my heart. He's a great man. I don't think there's any other teacher like you that I've known throughout my career and there at the high school. But because I know he does it with a lot of love. With ER. Just, make sure that what's that Whiplash? Do the beat? Do the set? Yeah, because you
bleed it out. Make sure you bleed it out.
Yeah, bleed it out. Like, get ready for life. Good luck. Whatever you need, you say about $5,000?
Yeah.
We'll do our best. When do you need it by?
Or say B.
ASAP? ASAP? Get you, because we need to travel, to fly.
Yeah. So let's put it out there. We'll get out there. I'll work with you, Mr. Acosta, to get something out there. Guys, good luck. Good luck in Dallas. I know we're all proud of you and already. And we're gonna be even more proud when you bring back some hardware from Worlds. And Doc, we're on spring break next week, so we'll be off next week.
You guys aren't off.
Who's out there? That'll be
No, we're working.
But so we'll take the week off here from the podcast, and we'll be back after that to tackle some important issues.
Yeah, let's go.
But let's do it. Good luck, guys. Thanks for being here, Mr. Acosta.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you. Stay healthy, stay happy. And get wealthy. Let's go.
Oh, they will.